What I'm holding in my hand right now is the Huawei Nova 3i, and this right here is the Huawei Nova 3. And in this video, based on a lot of requests, today I'm gonna be giving you guys a detailed camera guide for using the camera of the Huawei Nova 3i. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into this and go ahead and explore the cameras of the Nova 3i. If you are not subscribed to my channel, definitely go ahead and smash that subscribe button right now, and let's get started with today's video. First off, let me show you guys how you can access the camera. It's pretty easy. There is a camera icon on the home screen, or there is a camera icon in the app drawer as well. If not, if you want to quickly access the camera, you can do that from the lock screen itself. All you have to do is just swipe up from the right hand side and the camera will quickly open. So that's pretty awesome. Apart from that, there is also a setting under the camera settings called Ultra Snapshot. If you enable this, you can quickly open up the camera when you double press the volume down button when the screen is off, or else you can actually set it to take a quick snapshot. So let me show you guys that right now. So the screen is off. If you just double tap the volume down button, it will quickly capture a picture. Or if you go ahead and set the ultra snapshot to open camera, if you turn the screen off and press the volume down button twice, the camera will quickly open up. So that's pretty awesome. Now that you know how you can access the camera, let me show you guys the main functions up top. The first function is to scan a QR code, or you can scan any shopping item. So I think here the QR code functionality is what is most useful, so you can go ahead and use this function if you want. And there is also a toggle to turn on and off the flashlight from here, so you can make use of that. The second option is to turn on and off the flashlight. The first option is in auto mode, second option is to turn it off, the third option is to turn it on, and the fourth option is to always on the flashlight. So every single time when the camera is on, the flashlight will be on. So this will be useful at night. I personally leave it at auto. The third option is the moving picture mode. So these are live photos that you can quickly capture. So if you do some animation like this, and if you capture that picture, now you can see that this is a moving picture. So this is a moving picture. It captures the voice as well, and you can share that with anyone you want. So let me quickly put in the pin code, and now you can just easily go ahead and share it across social media, or do whatever you want to do with it. The fourth option is what's new with the Huawei Nova 3i camera. That's the AI. So the AI camera part will enable different things with this device. So for an example, if I just go ahead and scan on this plant, it will say plant right over here. Or if I just go ahead and scan on my face, if I just show it my face, it will say room, because I'm right now in a room. So it's detecting the environment that I'm in, and there are different scenes that the device is able to adapt to. So you can check all of that information in the initial video that I did. Huawei has around 18 to 20 scenes in this device, so you can go ahead and play with that and see what works and what doesn't. So what's awesome here is that, say if you're using the plant mode, it will have a specific set of sceneries, the adjustment layers that are already pre-built, using machine learning right here to see what's most important for this shot to make it look awesome, and it will use machine learning to do that and automatically input all of those options into this picture and make it look awesome. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, so you can play with it and see whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, you can always go ahead and disable it just like that. The fifth and final option is the settings toggle, and here you can change various settings such as the resolution of capturing photos. The default right here is the 16 megapixel option, and then we have shooting in RAW, which is only available in Pro mode. If you actually go inside the Pro mode like this and now head into the settings area, now you will see that the raw format option is enabled, so you can capture raw photos from your Nova 3i itself, and that's pretty awesome. Apart from that, we also have the option of the GPS tag and adding the watermark. That's the watermark that you get when you capture photos. Like for an example, if I shoot a picture like that, it will add this watermark of Huawei Nova 3i dual camera right here, so you can make use of that if you want. So apart from all of that, again heading back into the settings, we also have the assistive grid. So if you're using a grid, if you would like to use a grid to adjust the shot and balance it out, you can use this option to nicely capture that picture. There are different options, you can go ahead and play with that. And also if you're capturing selfies, you can turn on and off the reflection, you can change that setting as well. This is what a picture looks like with and without the mirror reflection feature on the Nova 3i. And also we also have the option to mute the camera. Now if you mute it, it will not make any of those capturing sounds, but if I actually disable the mute, now you can hear those sounds when you capture the picture. So that's how you turn on and off the sounds when you're capturing pictures. Apart from that, we also have the timer option. In the time option, you have all of these options that you can actually change. You can change it between 2 seconds, 5 seconds or 10 seconds. Now going into audio control, you can actually enable this, and what this will actually do is it will help you control your device with your voice. So you can say things like cheese to take a picture or take a photo when the voice reaches a certain level. So I will enable this option, say cheese. So when I say cheese, see, just like that it took a picture. So if I say cheese, see, it took another picture. So you can use the voice to control your device. If you don't want that, you can easily disable that as well. Also we have touch to capture. So what this will do is, now when you just tap on the screen and focus on something, for an example, if I just focus on this, it will go ahead and capture the picture. The next option is to capture smiles, and if someone is actually smiling in the picture, the phone will be smart enough to automatically detect it and take a picture. So you can use this option when you're taking a group photo. Maybe this will actually be useful for that. Apart from that, we also have the option of volume button function. So that is the functionality of the volume buttons of the when the camera is on. So you can either use it for zoom, or you can use it to capture or focus. So for an example, if you use it to zoom, now when you come into the camera, if you just press this, it will just capture pictures just like that. So that's pretty convenient, and that's what I like to personally have it on. And finally we have the ultra snapshot mode, which I already showed you guys earlier. And also let's not forget the restore default button. Now that we have spoken about all of the main settings of the Nova 3i camera, now let's talk about the camera modes that are available, because there are a ton of modes that are available. The first option is the aperture mode. So with the aperture mode, you can manually set the blur of the background and actually the aperture. So if you have a very good look at this picture, you can see that just this part of my hand is being focused right now, but if I change the aperture little by little, now you can see that the whole hand and even the background is now visible. So that's what the aperture mode will do. If you want to particularly focus on something, now for an example, if I'm taking a picture of this plant, I can just focus on this area and not anything else, and this will actually help take a nice picture with a strong bokeh that you can actually use. And that actually came out pretty well, and you can use this button, the wide aperture options, to actually go ahead and change the focus level and change the blur later on as well, and add in a different filter and make it look even nicer. So pretty sweet options right here with the aperture mode. So you should definitely go ahead and try this out on your device and see what artistic thing you can create with this. Next we have the portrait mode. The portrait mode that we all love. So you can just go ahead and place an object in front and just capture it using portrait mode, and everything else around it should get blurred. You can use this with both the front and the rear camera, so you can go ahead and play with it and see what awesome thing you can make out of this. Next we have the ordinary photo mode. That this is the regular photo mode you want to use if when you're just capturing a picture. You can just tap anywhere to focus and easily take a picture, and it will automatically detect the scenes like I mentioned as well. Next we have the video mode, and here talking about video, these are the resolutions available on the Huawei Nova 3i. So you can shoot in 1080p at 60 frames per second or 1080p at 30 frames per second. You can even change the efficiency of this to H265, so the file size will be smaller and it will be more efficient, so you can use that. And if you want 60 fps, you can use that as well. And these are the settings that are available for video mode, so you can play with it and see. Now to capture a video, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is just go ahead and press on this record button, and now it's recording a video. While the video is actually recording, you can capture a picture. Let's say you're recording something but you also want to take a picture, you can quickly go ahead and press on this button and it will quickly snap a picture as well while it is recording. So that's pretty awesome. And always you can go ahead and pause the recording and resume it later on. And finally, when you're done with the whole recording process, you can go ahead and press on this button and the video recording will stop. And using this option up top, you can enable or disable the beautify option, so you can play with that, and you can turn on or off the flashlight from here as well. Next we have the AR lens feature. This is the new thing about the Nova 3i camera, in particular the Qmojis and other awesome effects that they actually have. So these are the Qmoji effects that are available on the Nova 3i, and these options are also available on the Nova 3 itself. This is a Qmoji from the Huawei Nova 3i. Apart from the Qmojis, we also have some other effects and other backgrounds. I already spoke about these in my 10 tips video for the Nova 3i. If you want to learn about that, you can go ahead and check out that video. I will have a card right here as well as a link down below in the description. So definitely go ahead and check out that video to learn some awesome tips about the Nova 3i. So talking about these effects, you can play with it and see what effect works for you. So you can have a bunny face like this, or you can have different backgrounds in your shot like this, something fancy or something like this. I think the setting that I'm in right now is not particularly the best, so it's not gonna work perfectly. I don't have proper lighting here. So these are the new options. And apart from that, there are also 3D objects that you can actually go ahead and place. So this is a 3D object that has been placed on screen. So I can place various objects like this. I can just use my hand. Now the object is there, I can nicely use this. So these are augmented reality objects that I can just nicely explore from the device. So you should have a really fun time playing with this. So definitely go into the settings, head into this mode and check it out and see whether you actually enjoy using it. Now apart from that, there are other modes that are available on the Nova 3i that are available under this More section. So definitely go into the More section to reveal all of these options. Currently these are the options that are available: the Pro mode, slow motion mode, night mode, panorama mode, light painting, HDR, time lapse, filter, 3D panorama, watermark, document scan and artist mode. Apart from that, there is also a download button right here, and there are other modes that you can actually install into this. Like the good food mode is not currently installed onto my device, but if I go ahead and add it, now it has been installed and all of these modes have been installed onto my device. So you can go ahead and press on each of these options and have a look and make use of these on your device. So I will show you guys each of these options quickly right now. So this is the Pro mode, and with the Pro mode you can actually change everything: the shutter speed, the ISO, the white balance, everything you can change from here, and you can actually make it your own and be artistic about it. You can do something really great with this if you actually take the time and invest on it. So if you are a pro and if you want to make use of that, you can do that. And by the way, if you want to exit out of any mode at any point, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is go ahead and press on this X button right here. Once you do that, the mode will be removed and you will go back to the ordinary photo mode that is available. Now going back to slow motion mode, this is the slow motion mode on the Nova 3i, and the slow motion lets you shoot at 16% slow motion, that's 480 frames per second. So you can actually choose between automatic and manual modes right here. So you can actually shoot a slow motion video. I will have a sample right here. So this is what a slow motion looks like. You can scan an object and let it capture, so you can actually set a specific area, and that's what the device will actually be looking for when capturing capturing something. So if I just move this box around, that's the area the camera will be looking at when actually capturing the slow motion video. Next we have the night mode, and with this, if you're in a really dim area and if you use this night mode and capture, it will actually capture for a certain duration based on how much light is available at that time. I once used this mode in a pitch dark place where it had absolutely no light at all, and it actually took 50 seconds to capture that night shot. It didn't turn out to be the best quality, but I'm actually surprised that the camera was able to pull off some picture in that dark. I mean, this is a 50,000 rupee phone. For this to be able to pull off something like that, it's pretty awesome. So here's a sample of that. Next we have the panorama mode that you all know and love. You can use this to capture a panorama. So if you want to just shoot a panorama like this, I'll quickly shoot this. But you can capture some awesome panoramas with this device with that fish eye effect. Here's a sample. Next we have the light painting mode, and with the light painting mode there are different options as well, such as the traffic trails, light graffiti, as well as star trails and silky water. So you can go ahead and change these settings and play with it and see what works for you. Here's a sample of the light painting mode. Next we have the HDR mode, and with this you can capture some sweet pictures with some HDR and it will enhance your picture. So you can go ahead and play with it. Here's a sample of HDR. Next we have the time-lapse mode. So you can use this mode to capture a lengthier sequence in a short time period. All you have to do to capture a time lapse is just go ahead and press on this button and it will now start shooting. So you have to keep your phone still and record it. This is not the best example to show. So here's an example of a time lapse that I actually shot earlier. Next we have the filter mode on the Nova 3i. There are different filters that are available. So with this button you can change the filter. You can select none or you can select any of these filters, such as a black and white mode for an example. If you want, you can shoot that, or if you want a halo look, you can select that and just easily capture the picture without any effort. And you can even change the filter level from here, so that's pretty awesome and convenient if you don't want too much of the effect, or if you want too much of the effect, you can actually change it to the maximum level and capture that picture. Next we have the 3D panorama mode. So this is like the Google Sphere that we had some time back. So you can capture a big area with this. You have to actually hold the shutter button and capture, and now it has been captured in 3D mode. So I just have to hold on the camera button and just move it around, and now this has been just captured. It's a very bad example, but you can take some awesome pictures just like that. I hope you get the idea of what I mean with 3D panorama. Next we have the watermark option. So with this you can easily capture any picture with different watermarks. So you can add the location like this, or there are other options that are available like adding the time or date. You can change the location, the weather, you can change the mood of the picture. So you can do any of this, and just like this you can capture any awesome picture. So I'm just capturing this picture, so the watermark is getting added to the picture itself. Next we have the document scan option, and with this you can actually go ahead and scan any document, and it will actually capture the document and let you view the document, and you can actually analyze. Now for an example, if I'm gonna scan my business card right here, I can just scan it and it will detect the box area of that, and it will scan the document and just show it. Next we have the artist mode. So this is somewhat artistic. If you want to create some artistic effects, you can use this. This is somewhat similar to Prism. If you guys remember, there was an app called Prism that got trending. So yeah, this is trying to mimic something like that. So you can use this mode to capture some artistic pictures with the camera of the Nova 3i. So if you just see this picture, I just took it without any effort, and it looks pretty sweet as well. So you can change the effect from here for the artistic mode. Finally we have the good food mode, and with that it's pretty good if you're at a restaurant. Before actually having a meal, you can take an awesome looking picture with the good food mode. It will bump up the saturation and make the picture look awesome. So definitely use this good food mode to capture the photos in food mode. So here's a sample of the good food mode. Finally, there is also an option up top right here, so you can see the information about each of these modes and read about it from that option. And also there is an edit button right here. You can change the order of these and just mess with it and see what works for you. Maybe you can put the most used effects first, and you can change it up any way you want. Apart from these options, you can use this button right here to swap the camera and turn it into selfie mode. And even when you're in selfie mode, you have a flasher always available right here. It will actually be making use of the display. With the Nova 2i we had a manual flash right in front, but with the Nova 3i we don't have that. But in order to compensate for that, Huawei is actually using the screen, it's turning white to turn the flasher on. So with that option, it will theoretically put some light into your face when capturing a photo at night. Under the portrait mode, the front camera even has some lighting effects such as the soft lighting, butterfly lighting, split lighting, stage lighting, as well as the classic lighting. So these are similar to the lighting effects that you find on the iPhone as well. I really like how the stage lighting and the classic lighting looks, but it's not perfect because around the face, if you look, sometimes there are imperfections. So hopefully as time goes on, Huawei can fix it. There's also a bouquet mode that you can take some bouquet pictures on the Nova 3i, and there is also a beauty level effect slider that you can adjust. So this is what it looks like with beauty level on 0, and this is what it looks like with beauty level on level 10. Now apart from all of that, when you go into the gallery, there are different options for you to edit the picture from here as well. You can crop, rotate, add filters, you can adjust things manually, the brightness, contrast, saturation. So you actually won't need a third-party app to do all of this on this device. So it's pretty sweet that Huawei is adding it all of this onto this device. So yeah, so you can also go ahead and favorite it and unfavorite it, and apart from that, if you just press on this button, it will show all the pictures that you have captured on your Nova 3i. Well guys, that's the camera guide for using the camera of the Huawei Nova 3i. Most of these things will also apply for the Huawei Nova 3 as well. Some of these settings are different actually, and the Nova 3 actually has more settings in it, such as the monochrome mode under the mode options right here. So that's basically the black and white mode. So other than those small differences, both of these will actually have similar options built in, but the camera performance on the Nova 3 is slightly better than the camera performance on the Nova 3i. The Nova 3 is slightly expensive as well. The Nova 3i in particular has 4 awesome cameras, and even the Nova 3 has 4 awesome cameras. So definitely let me know what your favorite feature about the Nova 3 and 3i is down below, and if you capture something with the Nova 3i, just tag me and I will definitely retweet my favorite picture. You can find me on social media. I am at Andro Dollar. All the links are given down below in the description, and if you are not subscribed to my channel yet, definitely go ahead and subscribe to my channel right now for the full in-depth video review of the Huawei Nova 3i as well as the Huawei Nova 3. You can request other videos from the Huawei Nova 3 and 3i as well. Just drop a comment or drop me a message on social media, and I will somehow bring that for you guys. Definitely don't forget to share this video with your friends, because not a lot of people actually know how to make use of these awesome cameras on these devices. So that's why I thought a guide like this will actually help out a lot of people, not just use the basic photo mode, but actually use other camera modes that are available on your device, because like you saw, there are some awesome modes built right into this camera. So since you are carrying this in your pocket, why not use it to capture something sweet? With that out of the way, that's it for this video guys. Until I see you guys in my next video, this is Banu signing out.